conscious weirdos. You conscious weirdo collective. My tribe. My kindred. You all beautiful souls. I hope you are well. I always hope that you are well. Always, 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 always. I'm always sending you that love energy, okay? That heart energy. That truth energy. That spiritual truth energy. And that freedom frequency. I'm always tuning in. Tuning in to that freedom frequency. I hope you feel it. I really do. And I'm so grateful for you. I thank you so much for paying me with your attention. So much beautiful attention. Thank you so much. I have so much that I want to talk about. There's something that is plaguing me right now. Calling all dreamers. I need to make a whole video on the dream realm because, to be totally honest, I know that when I dream, I'm living other realities, other timelines, other incarnations. It's crazy, okay? It's crazy. And one thing that I'm starting to notice is that through this ascension process, in this incarnation, now, on this timeline, in this dimension, it's leaking over into my other timelines, right? I know it's part of my subconscious, the reprogramming that I've been doing, where I fill in my truth, not the truth, the lies that have been fed to us. The other night I had a dream. I will never forget it. It felt so real, okay? It felt so fucking real. I was at a Pearl Jam show. It was a very intimate show. And people were sectioned off. It was so weird. Like, groups of people were sectioned off. And out of nowhere, somebody came up to me and put a gun to my head. I just felt their gun to my head right here. They said something like, what would happen if you died right now? And I was like, I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. Fine. If this is my fate, so be it. Because I know. Energy never dies. We never die. The soul never dies. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. It just simply transforms. And so I was like, do it. Fine. It was so weird. I wasn't even lucid. This is just what happened. And my response to it. And I was okay with it. And it teaches me right now in this reality, in this timeline, that I am training my subconscious to not be afraid of death. To stand for what I believe is true. I remember speaking my heart, like, go ahead and do it because I know this and this and this and this, right? It was crazy. There's some things that have come to my attention quite a bit over the past month. And this kind of stuff never really seemed to bother me before. But for some reason, it's really getting personal at this point. Religious persecution, spiritual persecution by those who think they know the truth. Or they do, all right? Everybody is allowed to have their own truth. Everybody, no matter what anybody says. Don't let anybody ever sway you from what you believe in your heart to be so true. Over the past month, I've seen things online. I've heard things, right? Granted, I've heard this before from people that those of us who do not conform to the confines of religion, any religion, will not be granted salvation, will not be granted into the kingdom. Never really used to bother me too much, because people that said those kinds of things to me, they love me and I love them. And there's no changing that. Excuse me, somebody in particular I think about who I love dearly. He has patience. He thinks that I'm going to come around to believe his truth. But if I don't, I know he's okay with it. He's all right with it, right? But it's like, I've seen things on Facebook recently. People just like totally disrespecting other people's religious or spiritual truths. And it's like, let me tell you something, okay? It is written. It is written. Many are called, but only few are chosen. This past week and a half, I've been like compelled to just dabble a little bit, just dip my toes into the water of the parable of the wedding feast. I don't know why, okay? It's so weird too, because like it's popping up in my life. Shout out to Juan Antonio Manzur on Facebook. He's wonderful. Please go friend him and listen to his live streams if this kind of stuff interests you. But he actually did a live stream like the day after, 2 days after. I was really thinking about this parable and like really reading and listening to other people's thoughts about it. And I tell you, it brings me to this truth, this conclusion, right? Of course, that many are called, right? And few are chosen. But the thing is, you see, we decide to be chosen, okay? All it takes is showing up to the feast in our finest. For me, that means those of us who choose to be chosen. We choose to do the work. We choose to do the shadow work. We choose to come from places of love, kindness, compassion, understanding, inner standing, unconditional love, no matter what. No matter what. It is when we do that that we show up to the kingdom in our finest. In our finest. Because we've done the work and we're ready and willing to accept that kingdom of heaven inside of us, okay? Because it's in us, everyone. We are all chosen if we so choose. And I'm just getting so fucking tired of people implying, insinuating, or telling me that I will not find salvation. I will not find the kingdom of heaven within me unless I do ... That's not how it works. And I don't care what words of men say in the silly game of telephone that is the word. I will follow that guide loosely. because the truth is inside me and it's inside you. It's inside everyone. Do you want to find it? Do you want to do the work to receive? Do you want to show up to the kingdom in your finest gown, with your finest jewels? It's up to us to do the work, to improve ourselves so that we don't carry on where we can't. See, we cannot go to New Earth unless we break down these subconscious programmings of division, ego. Can't go to New Earth unless we do that, right? Oh man, when I speak to you, I'm speaking to me too. I hope you know this. We've all got work to do. It's a never-ending cycle of healing and growth, progression, learning, changing. It's never ending. Don't let anybody tell you that your truth isn't valid. Don't let anybody make you feel like your truth, your spiritual truth, is not valid. Stand tall in your heart for what you know is right. I don't need to read no book to come to my spiritual truth. I found it in me, right here and right here. And now here, connecting with nature, connecting with Gaia. So I came upon my truth, okay? Connecting with my peers, my mentors, connecting with my ancestors inside of me. Always, always, always connected to me, guiding me. I refuse to let words of men dictate my salvation. No way. No way. You shouldn't do that either. That's all I gotta say today. Something that's really just been weighing heavy on my heart for the past few days. I'm just super melancholy about it. What a beautiful apocalypse. What a beautiful, great awakening. I have to mention a couple things, okay? If you're still here, you love me. And I love you. I hope that you're preparing for what is to come. We're going to go through some real hard times. We're going to go through some real sad times. Of course, I don't want it to be true. Of course not. But it is what it is. I'd rather be prepared than get caught with my pants down. All right? Simple as that. Stock up on food that you like to eat, that will keep for a long time. I did want to make kind of like a prepping video, but there's plenty of information out there on that. For me, a lot of my prepping is stuff that I grew myself and I'm preserving. I do have a lot of canned food. I do have a lot of like rice and beans, dry beans, canned beans, stuff that I don't really eat a lot of canned food normally, but I have it just in case, right? Supplies, things that you might need, toilet paper, okay? Things that you might need. It's gonna get rough for us who decide not to eat the poke salad. I don't even think that matters as much as the other nefarious agendas going on with our food supplies and things like that. Just be ready. I don't want it to come true, right? I hope that what I'm feeling is coming, what I have seen coming in visions, in my dreams. I hope that this does not happen. but I got a feeling that it is, right? I would rather be prepared than not. And I do know I am a messenger. So are you. We are meant to report what we're thinking, feeling, dreaming. We're meant to report these things to others so that everybody can prepare. Even if it means sounding fucking crazy, right? I would rather sound crazy, look crazy, telling people to get ready for famine, get ready for death, get ready for complete tyranny, even more so than we've already seen. I'd rather look crazy and speak my truth and speak my messages and try to warn humankind as best I can. I'd rather look crazy than say nothing at all. This is why I'm here. 144,1555 on the clock. The 144. There's way more of us than that. If you follow that, so that's a number that has been significant to me for the past, I don't know, 19 months? Longer than that. 144 is conscious, unity consciousness frequency. It's not that there are 144,000 of us. There are millions of us. I am one. You are one. We are the messengers of salvation. We are the messengers of the kingdom. We are here to be the leaders into the new earth. All of us. All races, all creeds, all religions, all tribes. We will come to a universal truth at some point. But for now, we need to speak our truth and unite no matter what. No matter what. That's what's important. They want to divide us. That is the reason religion is created. Was to divide us. The reason our nations were created. Race. Put a label on these things to keep us in division, to keep us fighting. I refuse. I don't care what your truth is. Are you living a righteous life? Do you follow natural law? Do you do unto others as you would want done to you? Are you doing no harm? Leading with love and compassion, kindness, as best you can. Having those things for yourself too. Serving humanity as best you can. Loving yourself and your neighbor equally. As long as you're doing those things, you are on your way to salvation in my book. We lead each other to Zion, right? We lead each other to this promised land. This beautiful new earth that we're going to. And I go put my chickens to bed before some coons or possums go up on in there because it's getting dark. Thank you so much for paying me with your attention. Thank you for feeling me, for hearing me. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And you be well, okay? If there's anything that you need at all, even if you want to talk about your cat's UTI, I got a really good remedy for that. You just hit me up. Ali Therese on Facebook. AliSoul11@gmail. It's probably the best ways to get a hold of me. You be well. Reach out if you need anything at all. I'm more than happy to help you if you just need an ear or whatever. You be well.